Salutations, my GH fans. So, going into this episode, let's start with Dustin, Lulu, and Brooklyn. So, they talk for a little bit, and Brooklyn's pretty much like she wants Dustin to help write for her. And even though Lulu is like she has her reservations about it, and mostly she just doesn't like Brooklyn. Towards the end of the conversation, after Brooklyn leaves, Lulu is like, go for it. This will only help you out in the end. And, in the beginning they asked, like, well, how did you get your music career back? She says something that doesn't really make a lot of sense, and they just kind of say, you know what, this is Brooklyn, let's just leave it alone. So, let's go towards the beginning with Julian getting physical with Neil. So they're in a hospital. All hell practically breaks loose. Alexis is yelling at Julian because she's like, what are you doing? You're not helping the situation. Julian is upset because he felt like Neil took advantage of Alexis. Okay, I can understand where he's coming from, but how he went about it is completely different. And he pretty much just outs Neil and Alexis in front of the whole hospital. And then they go in another room, because Dubois, whatever his name is, like, you gotta take this somewhere else. They go in another room, they talk for a little bit, and Alexis just like, you're not helping the situation, and the hell do you think you're doing? So they argue back and forth. And Alexis pretty much just tells him to get the hell out. Now, Neil is like, was you drinking because of me? And what happened with us? Alexis tries to dodge the question, but of course you can't dodge a question with a psychiatrist. So he figures out that, yeah, it was because of, well, it had added reasons because of him, if that makes any sense. So, that's pretty much where it ends. And, I don't know, a lot happened, but not that much happened. So, Carly, moving on to the next scene, Carly tries to find out more about Brandon. Brando, one sec. So Carly tries to find out more about Brando and the sudden shift, because she sees Brando hanging out with Avery, making a necklace or whatever, and she's like, what's going on? Brando pretty much says, like, listen, there's a lot of great opportunities, and pretty much poor Charles is starting to grow on him. Makes sense. They talk for a little bit, and somehow he knows Mike from back in the day. Took him to the tracks, because Mike just wanted to have somebody to go with, and Brando wanted to see the horses. This is when he was a kid, so Carly's like, yo, let's go to the hospital to see Mike. They get there, and they see Mike, and Mike somehow remembers Brando, which is kind of weird. And that's where, as far as the show goes, it just ends into the next episode. So that's going to be interesting to see how much Mike remembers Brando. Because a lot is to be discovered from Brando. I mean, Gladys is just a liar, and Brando isn't really talkative, sort of like Jason. So, be interesting. Now, I'm going to get back to the beginning with Sonny and Mike, but let's go with Jordan and Trina and the whole gang. So Trina she walks in there, then she bursts in there, talking about, what are you guys doing here? Like, she runs shit or something. And pretty much they tell her that Taggart, fabricated evidence to get Cyrus Renault convicted. And Trina, one, she doesn't believe it, and two, it just, she ain't having it. So she argues with them back and forth. You know, she argues with her mom. Cameron's like, well, if they say so, then it must be true or some shit. Great job as far as being a friend. So they argue back and forth, and then Trina just, you know, storms out like usual. Cam goes to follow her, and that pretty much ends that. You know, honestly, to tell you the truth, they knew the explosion that was going to happen with Trina the minute that she found out that story. I was just surprised that they were just going to be there for the fucking landmine to go off. But, yeah. Now, a lot of fluff happened, but let's talk about Jax and Nina and can't remember her name. 1 second. Valentine's daughter. I don't know why. I can't remember her fucking name. But Valentine's daughter, Jax and Nina are having, I guess, brunch or lunch or some shit, and you can tell that Charlotte is not feeling Jax, and I guess she still wants, you know, her to be, you know, Nina to be with her papa or whatever. So she asked to go sit somewhere else. They talk for a little bit. And then Valentine comes in. He wants to have a word with Nina. And of course, you know, the daughter's right there, so you know, he used that as some sort of manipulation to get Nina to talk to you know, use Charlotte as a way to talk, you know, get Nina to talk to him. Which is like, wow, okay, that's kind of a low blow to use your daughter, but whatever. They talk for a little bit, and Valentine pretty much is like, well, I hope it'll last. And I hope he's cool with your gray area, because the minute he's not, I'll still be here. It's so weird. Because I would never understand me just being a consolation prize when, you know, my ex-wife or ex-girlfriend is done with some other guy. That I'm just sitting there hoping and wishing upon a star that they break up so that way I can get back together with her. I mean, that is just pathetic on a whole different level. Anyway, they talk, and Nina is just pretty much stuck in her position of, it ain't happening, have a good day, Valentine. Walks back in there. Jax is on the floor. I guess it must have been some sort of prank. Some sort of prank that that Charlotte did on Jax, because next thing you know, he's on the floor, and you know, Nina has an idea what the hell is going on. And that pretty much ends that scene. So, Sonny talks to Mike about, because Mike right now isn't moving out the bed because he's still afraid. So, Sonny tells Mike a story about the time where Mike helped Sonny, you know, have the confidence to ride a bike after Sonny saw one of his friends take a header, and at that time, you know, Sonny was a child. He was like, yo, I don't want none of that. I'm good. But Mike helped him have the courage in order to ride a bike. And so that pretty much got him out the bed, walking around the hospital, and that's when they saw Brando and Carly. It was a nice little story. It was. It was fluff, but it was nice fluff though. Maurice Bernard, he generally tends to kill it when it comes towards these emotional type of scenes. And definitely follow him on Instagram. See how he is in real life. The dude is really cool and really funny. So definitely follow him on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. But besides that, not really much happened. Except for the fact that Julian is no longer going to be playing mattress tag with Britt, because Britt was just like, listen, we're done. That what you did was way over the line, and this shit was supposed to be fun. So yeah, there goes that. But more or less that's everything that happened. So thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next review.